Today on Go Nitro, it's time to go leg before wicket in England and India's great sport of cricket. It's one thing to watch the pros, it's another thing to train with them. But there's just one catch. They've had half their lives, we have half an hour. Because every athlete has a first day.
Don't fit in. Stand out with black chrome.
Ever miss the good old days? You know, when you were a kid, when you could go outside, when it was actually safe, because there weren't strangers everywhere. Oh, and you can actually buy a whole house for what's barely a down payment these days. You really want to spend $500,000 on some tiny little cube? Weren't those the days? There was always something to do, always something to learn, and you'd stay out until the streetlights came on. Ever wonder what happened to those days? We're not. Because in Melville, they're still here. Melville, Saskatchewan. It's bigger on the inside.
Here's the place. Here's the legend. Here I am. And my new teacher. I was a goalie for 15 years. But we've never done this before. Experience? Zilch. No clue how to start? Less clue how to play. And neither do you when you start out. Because every athlete has a first day. And you've just been drafted. Cricket is a game played with a bat and a ball and is legendary in England and India. It's played with two teams, each having 11 players on the field. On each end of the field, there's a wicket. The wicket has two bails on it that are placed between three stumps. A bail is a small stick that's balanced on the wicket. The batting side scores runs by hitting the ball. The ball itself is thrown at the wicket by the bowler, the person throwing the ball, similar to a pitcher in baseball. The bowling side and the players in the field try to prevent the batter from hitting the ball by keeping the ball from getting off of the field and put back on either of the wickets. Our professor, the Saskatoon Warriors. Let's see how we do.
So these are Carl, the leg guards or the pads.
Okay.
So you gotta put it on. I'll help you out with that. Give me one.
I used to be a goalie, so I used to have to deal with pads a lot bigger than that.
Yeah. There you go.
There we go.
those are actually keeping pads. The wicket keeper, who's behind the wicket, that person puts these pads on.
Okay.
We have the batsman pads as well, but they will be slightly bigger for you.
Oh, okay.
So should be good. These are the batting gloves.
The other thing, right hand. We're gonna get a thigh pad for you. Don't have one.
Are you right-handed or left-handed?
I'm right-handed.
Right-handed. Perfect. That's the thigh pad.
Okay.
The lower strap. Yeah. Okay, perfect.
There we go. Thank you. Okay, so what's this position called?
It's your batting.
You're batting right hand.
This is batting right hand.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Okay.
now you are padded up, everything, you have the helmet on, the gloves on.
Okay.
The first thing is you have to stay in your stance. Stance means you have to face the bowler. That's called the stance.
Okay.
Your both of your feet has to be shoulder width apart, not too wide, not too narrow. It has to be optimum so that your center of gravity is right in the middle. Keep your elbow tucked in, and your bat has to come from slightly from an angle. This is step one. This
Okay.
is called step one.
Okay.
You gotta remember that, okay?
If the bowler or fielders can get the ball before it leaves the field and put it back on the wicket, the batter is dismissed. It is the equivalent of baseball when the batter is out. Once 10 batters have been dismissed, the inning ends. There are a lot of different types of games and configurations you can play with cricket.
When you teach someone who's a beginner, this is where you start from. Your feet has to be shoulder width apart,
Okay.
nicely balanced, okay? And your bat should come from slip area. And then this is step one. This is step one, lifting the bat. Step two is
Foot.
yeah, foot. Step three is stopping the ball right there. Put your weight on the front foot.
Okay.
And then this has to be your top grip has to be really firm. This
Okay.
has to be really light.
Okay.
And you stop right here. Yeah, there you go. This is the
Okay.
perfect stop. Okay.
Oh, awesome.
Yes.
All right.
This is how you stop the ball.
So, this.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Perfect.
So,
Yeah. But
once I got
step one. Yeah. Yes.
and I got my
Yeah.
elbow
Yeah.
in
The
here.
elbow has to be tucked in a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And step two is raising your
The
toe,
foot?
keeping a leg straight. Yeah. And step three is moving forward and stopping the ball.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So your top hand has to be dominating the bat. The top hand has to have a hard grip on it, like really firm grip.
Okay. And then my other hand is just kind of stabilized.
Yeah, it just support your side. Yeah. The bottom hand is for the direction. Give the direction.
Okay.
Okay, you ask a really good question. How about the grip of the bat, right?
Yeah.
The grip is a very interesting part of cricket. So your center of your hand, like your thumb and the index finger, there's a center of that. It has to be right here, like this.
Okay, like that.
Yes.
And
And then the top hand has to be from here. So just put the top hand first.
oh, okay.
Yeah. Use the top hand. Use your center of your hand like this.
Okay.
No, right here.
Oh, there.
There.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
This is the top hand, and the bottom hand is right from here. There you go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Perfect.
this is the perfect grip now for your hand. These are called wickets,
Okay.
and wicket has 3 stumps. Okay. These are plastic we use. These are beautiful. Okay. And we are missing the top 2 horizontal wooden pieces. They are called baits.
Okay.
Okay. These are just for practice, so we still call them wickets, but they're not the actual wooden wickets. Okay. Now, when you face the bowler, you have to be inside. You don't have to be, but this is the actual area where you lie. This is the ballpark area. So have to stand in a position where you feel comfortable. Okay. Your elbow. The key is that your elbow has to be higher. Every
Okay.
time you play the ball, your elbow has to be higher. Your bat has to be vertical.
Okay.
Let's go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So take your step 1.
Okay.
Step 1.
Okay.
Step 2. And step 3. Yeah. Not too early.
Okay.
1,
Oh, sorry.
2, and 3. Yes.
So it's okay if I move
Yes,
the
yes.
bat to
Yes.
try to stop the ball?
Yes.
Okay. How's my form looking?
Yes.
Thank you.
1, 2.
This is fun.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Nice. That's a good defense. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Selected for the next match. 1, 2, 3.
Don't fit in. Stand out with black chrome.
Ever miss the good old days? You know, when you were a kid, when you could go outside, when it was actually safe because there weren't strangers everywhere. Oh, and you can actually buy a whole house for what's barely a down payment these days. You really want to spend $500,000 on some tiny little cube? Weren't those the days? There was always something to do, always something to learn, and you'd stay out until the streetlights came on. Ever wonder what happened to those days? We're not. Because in Melville, they're still here. Melville, Saskatchewan. It's bigger on the inside.
Get into cricket, you will learn like slowly everything. This is the popping crease, and the batsman has to be inside the crease while they're batting. So just like Derek, he was a wicket keeper. He's standing behind the wicket. You can pretend to be a wicket keeper. And if I didn't touch the ball and I'm out of my crease, and he catches the ball and hit the wicket, I'm stumped out. It's called stump out.
Okay.
Yeah, I have to be in the crease before the ball actually becomes dead. It's a time-consuming game, but the smaller formats, they are getting the popularity these days. So we are hoping it should be played between the different age groups as well. That's why we are planning to have a kids coaching camp pretty soon. So yeah, let's see how it goes. So this is what they call as taking a guard.
Okay.
In cricket terminology, they are call it taking a guard. So there's an umpire standing right there. So can I see your bat here? You keep your bat like this and ask the umpire that which stump you want to stand on. Okay, so
Leg stump.
leg stump, middle stump, and the arm stump. Okay, so you usually 99% of the time the batsmen they ask for the leg stump. Okay, because this gives them a perfect place to play the bowler. If you go further this way, this will expose your leg stump. Okay? So a leg spinner or outswinger has the capacity to get you out from behind your legs. So you have to stay onto the leg stump, like right on the leg stump, so that you have perfect position to face the bowler. If it's swinging in or swinging out, it's not gonna bother you because you are in the right spot. Okay, so what you have to do, I'll show you. Joy, can you go and be an umpire and give me the leg stump? So what I do when I start my batting, here I come for the batting. I'll put my bat like this.
Okay.
I'll tell him this means leg stump. Okay, so he'll give me leg stumps. Okay, slightly out. Okay, slightly out again. Okay, this is the perfect stump. So I'll mark it with a chalk. I'll mark it as my leg stump, or I'll put some mud on it just to make sure that this is where I have to put my foot. Okay, so this is where I'm gonna put my foot, and I'm gonna face the bowler. Let's say if I'm standing on the offside, my leg stump is exposed now from the bowler. They can see it and they can trick me from the behind the legs. Okay, so you have to stand right where you feel comfortable and you know that nobody can go around your legs. They don't get you bowled. They don't get you out in a layman's term. Okay, so just stand there and you repeat your 3 times.
Don't fit in. Stand out with black chrome.
Ever miss the good old days? You know, when you were a kid, when you could go outside, when it was actually safe because there weren't strangers everywhere. Oh, and you can actually buy a whole house for what's barely a down payment these days. You really want to spend $500,000 on some tiny little cube? Weren't those the days? There was always something to do, always something to learn, and you'd stay out until the streetlights came on. Ever wonder what happened to those days? We're not. Because in Melville, they're still here. Melville, Saskatchewan. It's bigger on the inside.
So 1, 2, hit it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So you guys can spread out a little bit. And hit it.
Oh, oh man.
Hit it hard. 1, 2.
I need to lean over more, I think.
And hit it.
Thank you.
Hit it as far as you can. With full swing.
All right. Oh, I kicked it really hard. My bottom hand is a bit sore, minus the thumb. Does that mean if I'm using it too much? Is that a sign that I'm using it
Yes,
too much?
yes.
Okay.
Do you mind if we show you how to bat?
No,
Yeah, we
not
want
at
to see all of that stuff. Yeah.
Joey, you want to bowl? Or you guys will go bowl? And Harry, you bat?
Since he's a spinner, I'll stay inside the crease so that I don't get out. I don't get stumped out, okay?
So one thing there, so when you do your step,
Yeah.
step to where the ball is coming. So if it's coming there, step that way and then defend.
Oh,
Step
okay.
towards the ball.
Okay, cool.
So now skip the step 2,
Okay.
just 1, and then take a big leap and take that number 2 to the number 3.
Okay.
2 and 3 together, okay?
Okay.
2.
Oh, so close. I felt it.
Yes, nice.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, the wind is getting this.
Oh, good job.
Okay. We should have done a sailing episode today.
That's a good job.
Cricket as we know it today dates back to the mid-16th century in southeast England. When the British Empire started to expand, the sport really started to spread in popularity by the 19th century. The rules of cricket are governed by what are known as the laws of cricket, and this document has been around a really long time. Originally drafted in 1744 and since 1788, the rules have been maintained by the Marylebone Cricket Club, also known by its abbreviation, the MCC, located in London. Despite the age of the document, it still holds its copyright, and only the MCC is permitted to make any changes to the rules to this day. Only on Go Nitro. The show doesn't end here. Visit us online for your fix at gonitro.tv. You can follow us on Instagram, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you can tweet us on Twitter.
Go Nitro Access is brought to you by Melville, Saskatchewan. It's bigger on the inside. Aviva Canada.
Salon services for Go Nitro provided by ID Hair Studio. Hair for who you really are.
Don't fit in. Stand out with Black Chrome.